Welcome and what is up there everybody, this is Casper with Casper Crypto, and in today's video we're going to be going over some big Dogecoin news that came out, and we're going to be talking about why this is important to the market and what we could be seeing as a sort of Dogecoin prediction, where we could see Dogecoin going within the next few hours and the next few days, especially since we saw this massive sell-off happening this morning. So will this repeat? Will it get worse? Will it get uglier? Or will we see a pretty green upside? That's what we're going to be going over in today's video. But before we do so, I'd really appreciate you guys could smash that like button below and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys have not yet. Alright, so let's take a look at the crypto space in general really quickly, just to get a good idea of what's going on. So on the day so far, which technically it's only been like 4 hours since the start of this new day, crypto is it's kind of like in between. It's down a tiny bit. You can see that Ethereum's down about 3%, Binance is down about 2%, but everything else is holding up pretty strong, especially Dogecoin, only down about 2% since the start of the day. But yesterday we did have a very significant move downwards, and that followed and continued into today. So it mostly happened at night, and then it continued into the morning, where we saw Dogecoin actually fall below the price of 30 cents. If we take a look at some charts, which I'm going to be going over a little bit later in the video, so make sure to stay tuned. If we take a look at the charts, we actually did fall well below the 30-cent level. And for those people who got in below 30 cents, congrats, applause. Good job for doing that. But I think that we're still going to possibly still have some more opportunities to get in at these lower prices. So don't be afraid if you didn't get in. There's still going to be plenty of opportunities ahead of us. So going into a little bit of the news aspect right here, we can see that on Bitcoin's Twitter page right here, which currently has about 2.6 million followers. Not bad, not bad. We saw a post today that is saying, has hashtag Bitcoin winter starting? Because a lot of people are getting suspicious of and starting to believe that the bear market has officially begun and that we're starting to decline, and we're going to see another crypto winter that's going to last at least like 1.5 years before we see any kind of big bull run after this. But I really liked this guy's comment right here. No, this is like when we get a snowstorm during spring break. Temporary cold, sure, but warmer weather is ahead. I think this guy definitely has a point, where I feel like it's just mostly manipulation going on right now, where people, the big boys up above, are trying to shake out all the retail investors, get them to panic sell, so they can sell right into their own hands and they can buy it up straight from there. That's why we oftentimes see such quick recovers. If we take a look at the charts, we can see this is 1 hour charts, right? We saw this huge dip happen, and the majority of it happened over the span of, let's say, 2 to 3 hours right here, right? 1, 2, 3 bars, which is equivalent to about 3 hours. And then we had a really long wick downwards, where we had a very short amount of time where we sold off really badly to about 29.6 cents. And then we had the bulls step in really fast. We dragged all the way up to about 31.5 cents from 29.5. So that was a pretty big movement in just 1 hour. But yeah, after that we just continued moving upwards in the next few hours. So the majority of this rebound and this whole dip actually just happened within like 8 hours. So we can see that all these dips are relatively short. If we take a look at some older dips, same thing there. These actually took a little bit longer, depending on where you want to say they started at. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It took 8 hours to dump all the way down to the lowest point. Oh wow, look at that wick. It went all the way down to about 24.9 cents. But then after that, we had a bounce up very fast in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. So you can see that Dogecoin supporters are pretty bullish, that they always want to buy up the dips, which is a really good mentality to have, not to panic sell, because all I think that's happening right now is all the big crypto whales, the big institutions who are trying to get into crypto are trying to shake out the retail investors so they can say, oh, Bitcoin's going down to zero, crypto has no future, blah 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 blah, the winter is coming, and then they buy it up on the bottom, and then they somehow turn around the news and they're like, hey, you know what, crypto's actually great, you should buy into crypto, crypto's amazing, crypto's going to the moon, blah 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 blah. And then right at the top they're like, you know what, crypto's so good, there's no better place you should put your money, And that's exactly where they sell off and then they make the most money. So I'd recommend going against the crowd. That's usually what works in investing. That's why people say that 90% of traders lose money. So if you go against them, you'll have definitely much better odds. But yeah, that's what I personally see going on with Dogecoin right here. But we can actually see some pretty good consolidation going on in between this channel right here that I drew with these trend lines. And I personally think we're going to be bouncing around here between either 33 cents and this trend line here, so about 31 cents, or we could be bouncing between the 32 cents and the 33-cent area for a little bit, because I think that crypto needs to cool off for a bit, at least till tonight, if not tomorrow, before we see any other big moves happening. And the biggest thing I wanted to address is a big, whew, good thing is that you can see that Dogecoin has been forming this huge head and shoulders pattern, which I mentioned in my previous videos as well. If you want to go ahead and check them out, you could do so. But we had this huge, whoa, that's a pretty bad drawing. But yeah, we had this huge head and shoulders happening, this huge head and shoulders pattern happening. And this is the neckline right here, meaning if we fall below this, it could break down really fast. It could get ugly really fast, really soon. But luckily we didn't, and we saw Dogecoin actually hold up above it really nicely. I'm going to zoom in to show you guys right here. We only had one wick go down below on the 4-hour charts, and then we rebounded right above it after that. So I think we have more upside than downside with Dogecoin, in my opinion, because on the lower side, I think we're going to bounce off this trend line, and on the higher side, we have room to go up to about 44 cents to the next resistance point. So take this as you wish. Take this as you wish. This is not financial advice. These are just for educational and entertainment purposes only, of course. But yeah, last thing I wanted to go over is taking a look at the biggest biggest Dogecoin wallets that are out there. So as you can see, the biggest crypto wallet, this is actually pretty fascinating, that the biggest crypto wallet has about 36 billion Dogecoin. 36 billion Dogecoin, which is currently equivalent to about $11.5 billion. Imagine having $11.5 billion, right? You could live the rest of your life extremely comfortably, probably doing anything you'd ever imagine. But some people are so confident in Dogecoin that they'd rather keep their money in here than cash it out and probably live the rest of their life doing whatever they want, living the life of their dreams. Why is that? That's because they have so much belief in Dogecoin that they want to keep it. Unless it's just a dormant address and the person who has this wallet just completely forgot about it and forgot the password. That could also be a possibility. But assuming the first part, where it could even be like Elon Musk holding it, I wouldn't be too surprised. But yeah, I think that the person who's holding this, and a lot of these big holders, have so much belief in Dogecoin, and they're not cashing out. They're not taking all their money and just going home and buying whatever they want. They're actually keeping it in Dogecoin because they believe in it, and they believe it'll go up even more. Because what's the point of investing if you don't think that your investment will go up? So obviously these people are more concerned about investing and keeping their money in here because they believe it will go up. And I think that personally, Dogecoin could definitely hit about $1 by the end of this bull run, possibly between the $1 and $3 range, but that's pushing it a little bit to keep it all realistic, you know. But yeah, if we take a look at this wallet, we can see that, yeah, this is fluctuating really crazily. I took a look at this about maybe not 5 minutes ago, but like 15 minutes ago, and this said $11.53 billion. So this guy's net worth is literally fluctuating like $50 million every or like $60 million every like 15 minutes. Imagine that. That's crazy. But yeah, overall, I think that we still have a really strong Doge community, and people aren't really looking to sell. People are hodling the line, and I think we have a bright future with Dogecoin. There's nothing to worry about, and when we have dips, I think it's a great opportunity to average in and get some more Dogecoin at lower prices, because I still think that Dogecoin definitely still has some room to grow, and it has a really strong community behind it. So that's basically going to be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button down below. And thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.